What's going on, everybody? Welcome on back to Dark Souls Remastered. Sorry that the last video had somewhat of an abrupt ending. I was not paying attention to my recording timer, and that bitch is set to 1 hour, and once it reaches 1 hour, it just kind of stops. But anyway, we are right back where we left off on the good old Dragon Bridge. The dragon has gone ahead and done us a pretty massive solid and killed the vast majority of the enemies on the bridge for us. So the question is, how do we get across? Well, I'm going to show you. So what you want to do is basically just kind of want to hug this right side here. And normally, unless you get really horrendous RNG, the dragon will not attack. But if you go about to this point, you're putting yourself in range of... I'm actually trying to get the dragon to do an attack just to kill that guy, but I guess the dragon is in a good mood, question mark. So... on the right side here, we're just going to go down these steps. And as you can see, there are two ways we can go here. We're just going to go straight through. And we're going to kick this. For the love of God, remember to kick this ladder down. Because I can't tell you how many times I've just gone rolling off the side here. Like, hey, bonfire! And then I forget to kick the ladder. Thus eliminating the shortcut. But, as you can see, we are now back to where we started, at the first bonfire of Undead Burg. And we got that nice little shortcut unlocked, so we're going to go ahead and level up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 level ups. Holy shit. What do I want to do with 6 level ups? Dexterity is at 15. We're going to get strength up to 15 as well, because there's going to be a weapon that I'm going to switch to that has a strength requirement. I think the strength requirement might only be 14, but either way, we're going to get some good damage. So we're also going to pump some points into Vitality. I kind of want to get Vitality up to at least 20, because I kind of want my health to get up to at least 1,000 eventually, but I'm not going to be super worried about that right now. For now, I think we're going to get Vitality up to 16, Strength 15, Dex 15, and we should be good to go on that. One thing I kind of want to note is eventually we're going to need to get our Faith up to, I believe, 12, but that's only 3 level ups into Faith, and we're not going to need that for a long time, so there we go. Alright. On we go. Also, I think I'm going to switch to the Uchi Katana. Just because. Just cause, you know? I like the Uchi Katana. Alright, so now that we got this shortcut all figured out, we can now go this way, and this is going to lead us into the next area. But before we do that... there's actually another way to get into the next area, but we're also going to grab all of the items on this bridge. But before we can do that, we're going to have to get rid of the dragon. So, first, let's get the dragon to kill all the enemies. Also, this is a good way to farm up some souls. If you decide that you want to just over-level yourself, you can just kind of sit back at the bonfire and then respawn over and over. And the dragon will kill all the enemies, and you can get like 500 souls each time. Holy shit. Okay, normally I have to shoot an arrow with the dragon, but when this happens, just sort of run between the dragon's legs, and then book it over here, and then we want to pull this lever. If the game will... There we go. Pull the lever, open this baby up. Also, we got a bonfire right here. Holy shit. Alright, we're all good. The dragon's back up there. And then the dragon is going to fly off. So that's how you get the dragon to go away, so that you can pick up these items. Pretty straightforward. We get a Soul of a Nameless Soldier, and more importantly, we get the Claymore. The Claymore is one of my favorite weapons in the game, and it's going to be a weapon that we're going to use. Alright. Also, I don't think there's anything out here. Except the sun. If you want to stare at the sun, you just want to pull a Solaire and get some of them ultraviolet rays. But yeah, there's nothing else over here, so we're just gonna move on with our lives. Get this bonfire rolling. I'm actually not going to kindle this bonfire because we're not going to be using it a whole lot. But in pulling that lever, we now have another entrance into the Undead Parish. However, we're going to go the other way for now. Also, by doing this and going back this way, we're going to respawn the dragon. So I recommend hauling ass, because the dragon is going to swoop back over and kill the shit out of everything. And we don't want to be a part of that, so... Alright. Back down to the bonfire here. And onward we go. I kind of want to reverse my hollowing, but there isn't really much of a point. I am playing in offline mode, so we're not going to be getting invaded by other players. We can still get invaded by NPCs, but we can no longer get invaded by other players, which is definitely a good thing. So going this way, this is going to be the other way into the Undead Parish, kind of the more intended way to get in there. Also, one thing I should show off while I'm here, if you want to get the Drake Sword, which is a very powerful weapon for the beginning of the game, you can do that here. Unfortunately, the dragon's gone because I got rid of it, but normally the dragon's tail is like right there. So what you can do, I'm going to kill this enemy before he fucking... Here, you know what? You know what? Yeah, that's what you get. So the dragon's tail will sit right there, so you can take a bow, and for, I shit you not, like 10-15 minutes, you sit there, and you just shoot arrows at the dragon's tail, over and over and over, and then eventually the dragon's tail will fall off, and the Drake Sword will automatically be added to your inventory. I'm not going to be getting the Drake Sword during this playthrough, because I'm not really a huge fan of it, but if you're struggling and you need a weapon for the beginning of the game that just does absurd damage, I'd recommend the Drake Sword. Be really careful on this part. These rats can poison you. And if you get poisoned, there's really no way to cure it just yet because we don't have the item that we need. So the only way to remedy poison is to go back to the bonfire and try again. So one thing I like to do with these rats is I kind of just like to lure them out onto this ledge and try to like boot them off the side. Kind of like this, if I can make it work. I'm just trying to be really super careful because poison. Get out of here. How are you not dead? Here. Ugh. Alright. There's going to be one more rat in here on our right. Go ahead and just deal with him nice and carefully. I don't take kindly to getting poisoned. There we go. Up this ladder right here. Bada bing, bada boom. We are back in the Undead Parish, and if we take a left, that's where we got that first bonfire from the dragon. Now, we're actually not going to go up these stairs yet, because there's a Black Knight up there, and that particular Black Knight is quite a bit trickier than the other ones. Or not the other ones per se, but at least the first one that we fought, because he... the first guy that we fought had a Black Knight sword, but the one up in that tower has a Black Knight greatsword, which makes him quite a bit trickier to deal with. Also, there isn't really much of a point in killing him unless you you want a chance at any of the Black Knight items that he drops. But other than that, he's not really guarding an item or anything, so... Okay. We got a hollow soldier shield, which from what I can recall is kind of a decent shield. Take a look at it real fast. Alright, hollow soldier shield. We also have the Dragon Crest shield that we picked up at the start. Let's take a look here. So this hollow soldier shield's got better stability, better physical. I imagine it's a little bit heavier. Where's the weight on it? It is slightly heavier. Let's see if I fat roll. Well, I don't fat roll or anything, so there we go. Be using the hollow soldier shield for a little bit. So that big pig thing over there, one thing you can do that'll sometimes damage it is you can kind of lure it and then pull towards this, and then it'll run into that fire. Now, it doesn't always work, but that's generally a good way to kind of cheese some damage off that guy. Anyway, try to, like, coordinate this as best I can here. Ow. I did my best. Ow. Now, I'm sure you've noticed by now, but when I get hurt in a video game, I tend to say ow. I have no idea why. It's like I feel the pain that my character's feeling. Alright, anyway, right here we've got some Alluring Skulls. Now, this item is actually kind of interesting. It is extremely situational, but basically you can throw them down, and they will attract enemies wherever they land. So, holy fucking shit. I knew this guy was coming, too. That's, like, the worst part. There we go. Alright, so, as you can see, we've got a fire down there. So, if we bust out our Alluring Skulls, you want to make sure you don't stand too close to the edge, because you will fall off. But stand right about here, and then throw that baby down. And watch as... Oh, there we go. Watch as he goes for the gold, and goes running into the fire. Sometimes you can actually get him to run into the fire to the point where he just straight up kills himself, but... See if I can squeeze one more out here. Yeah, go hang out in the fire. Hang out in the fire, you big dumb jerk. Yeah, those are my kindergarten insults for the day. Alright. Looks like that's about as good as we're gonna get, so we're gonna go ahead and just finish him off the manly way. So what you want to do is try to get behind him, go up to his asshole, and do a backstab. Problem solved. Boom. Shove your sword up his ass. Enemy gone. Every so often, if you get lucky RNG, that giant pig, giant Pumbaa guy, he'll drop a cool helmet. But I didn't get very good RNG, so... Oh, okay, I see how it is. Alright, there's an ambush here, but... nothing too crazy. There we go. Holy shit. Yeah, there are a couple of enemies in this room, but they're all kind of these jokester, crappy, turbo hollow enemies. So, generally not the worst ambush to deal with. Alright. Ouch. So if we come down over here, we're going to pick up our mystery key. And what does the mystery key unlock, you might be wondering? Well, we shall find out pretty soon. Although, I would highly recommend that you do not forget to pick up the mystery key. If you do forget to pick it up, I mean, it's not like a huge deal, but it, oh, I almost forgot about that item. If you forget to pick up the mystery key, you don't really get early access to one of the NPCs that you kind of want to have early access to. But yeah. More on that once we get there. It's not going to take long. Alright. Proceed through the fog, and there is no boss. I promise, there's no boss. And if you want, you can jump down right here and kind of get, you know, it kind of segues you back into the start of the area towards the bonfire. No point in doing that right now, though. Literally no point. So in this part of the area, we're going to be running into a new type of enemy up ahead. These guys are called Balder Knights, and they are a lot tougher, a lot more aggressive, and they do a lot more damage than the enemies that we have been fighting so far. Your best friend for fighting these guys is parrying, if you're good at it. If you're not good at it, then just follow along with me here, because I'm not very good at parrying these guys either. But here we go. This guy in particular is a little bit tough because you got to fight him in kind of this narrow little hallway, but there we go. Also, these guys can parry you, so whenever you see them holding up their shield and doing that like weird power stance, I'm going to try to show it off. So I have to see if I can get him to do it. It's not that. But he puts his shield up, and he does kind of this weird stance. And if you attack when he does that stance, he can parry you. Which will do a ton of fucking damage, and you just don't want it to happen. I'm going to try to parry him, though. There we go. Yeah, I got a parry. Good for me. There we go. And we got the rapier. He does not always drop that, but got lucky that time. Here we've got our knight shield, which actually might be pretty good. Let's see here. It's got better physical. And, what else was I looking for? Oh, the stability is the same. So now it boils down to the weight. Sadly, the knight shield is like 2 pounds heavier, so not going to be using that, at least not right now. Alright. I'm trying to remember how to get down there. I guess it's not really a big deal right now. Only reason to really go over there is to pick up the knight shield. I guess I killed an enemy over there and he like dropped an item. I don't really care to go get it though. Whatever. So now we're gonna go this way. There's gonna be an enemy with a spear over here, just kind of doing his turtle thing. And then we proceed down through hither. This is going to be an ambush. So, on the left side, there's going to be a Balder Knight. On the right side, there's going to be one of those turtle spear dudes. So, what I like to do here, run out, aggro the Balder Knight. And then we're going to fight this dude over here, so that Mr. Spear doesn't stab me in the back. There we go. Get up. Get the fuck up. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Alright, now Mr. Spear guy, now he's nice and slow, so we don't really need to worry about him. We can just kind of kick him and bully him up and down this hallway here. Yeah, that's right. Got a hollow soldier helm, which I'm pretty sure is not very good. If we go back this way, this leads us towards a shortcut. I'm actually going to go through here real quick. Pretty much right as we get over here, we're going to aggro that Balder Knight, so get ready to fight him. Come over here and pick up our halberd. The halberd is actually pretty good. We're going to be using it. We're going to be using it. Now right here is actually a really important item. This is going to be our basement key, which if you can remember when we first got to the Dragon Bridge, that door on the right side that was locked is now going to be unlockable, which is going to lead us into a new area. So yeah. Definitely remember to grab that basement key. You are going to need it, because the master key doesn't open that door. And we're actually not going to go in through here, because there's a bunch of Balder Knights in this room. Actually, there's 3 total, one of whom we already killed. But there's actually no items in there. So we're not going to go into the church through that side. We're going to go through the church over on this side, because that allows us to avoid all of the hazardous Balder Knights and kind of just takes us closer to our objective in a safer manner, if you catch my drift. I think you catch my drift. I'm gonna go kill this fucking archer so he's not a nuisance. There we go. This guy over here to... I was gonna backstab him, but I'll just go fuck myself. Another hollow soldier shield. I think we have like 3 of those now. Alright, so before we go into the church, we're going to go this way because there's a bonfire over here. We're going to roll over to this bonfire. And, this might actually be where I end this episode. Because I don't want to go over the time limit again and just have my video abruptly end in the middle of something. Even though there was no harm, no foul last time. I mean, you never know. Alright, so we actually are going to kindle this bonfire. Go ahead and bust out some humanity. And reverse that young hollowing. And kindle the bonfire. Because we're going to be using this bonfire quite a bit throughout the course of pretty much the whole game. So we are going to want to make sure that it's kindled as much as possible. And that way we'll get all of our healing items out of it. Alright, so down here, we have got the greatest NPC who ever lived. Andre the Blacksmith, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, Andre the Blacksmith. Yeah! Let's talk to him. Then we'll probably end the video.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astoria. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Boy, do I require some smithing. I'll go ahead and learn this gesture. Hurrah! Also, I just accidentally did a gesture. Alright. That was an accident, but cool.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh?
I agree.
There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services.
Good old Andre. Alright, so we can buy stuff from him. We can use him to repair our weapons and armor, or we can use him to upgrade our weapons and armor. For now, let's go to purchase, because I'm pretty sure he's got something I definitely want to buy. Yes, we are going to need the repair box, because that'll allow us to fix our equipment at a bonfire instead of having to run all the way back to Andre. And we're also going to get the weapon smith box, so that we can upgrade our weapons and stuff at bonfires as well. Alright then. Okay, now I was just going to talk about armor. I don't really care about basically, he gives you a little tutorial / explanation about how upgrading your gear works.
Don't get yourself killed.
Which is pretty cool.
Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Yep, alright. Andre the Blacksmith, ladies and gentlemen. This is where he hangs out. For those of you who played Dark Souls 3, you'll remember him. Also, yes, he is in Dark Souls 1. Fun fact, there you go. So, what was I gonna do here? I feel like there's something that I'm missing, but maybe not. Yeah, I think this is a good place to end the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. When we come back next time, we're pretty much gonna finish the Undead Parish area. There's a boss that we need to fight. There's an NPC that we need to speak with, and there's a couple little random side objectives that we need to accomplish. It's not really all too complicated, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.